an activity which relates to crisis management.
Okay.
Okay, I'll show you. And I think we have done similar activity earlier as well, where I gave you a problem. It was called as problem solving hackathon. If
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
remember a bit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there were two, three problems which the companies were facing, and
Yeah.
then we were to understand the problem and give solutions.
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
However, this time it's a little different. Let me explain you how it is different, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. So here again, I will give you four problematic situations. There was one more which was related to employees turnover, but that was the one which we discussed in our previous lesson as well. So there was no point of putting it here. Four different situations are there. I'll give you the time to read it, and once you're able to understand the situations, at that time we will try to solve it. Now, how you have to solve it? You have to give me a response plan, or you have to prepare a response plan which should be around 5 minutes or so. You can take more time if you want, but the preparation time should not be more than 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Again, you have to first acknowledge the problem, tell me what you understood from the problem, try telling me your short term action, immediate action that you took, of course your long term strategy, what are your future plans, and there is one more thing which I'll show you later. And then finally, public communication. We'll have that press conference kind of thing where you will try to explain me what were the issues, or imagine there are reporters sitting there and then you are explaining the whole issue to them. So these three things you have to tell me in 5 minutes: your
Okay.
immediate plan, long term action, acknowledging the problem, what you understood and what you want me to understand. And then the last part will be a separate activity where we will have a press conference. When
Okay.
I say press conference, we will have a few questions that I'll be asking you, of course, depending upon your problem. So these are follow up questions. You have to give the answer as if you are the crisis manager of the company.
Okay.
Okay, once we are done with all of these things, if there are any issues, I'll keep telling you,
Okay.
otherwise. Let's see. So, what I was saying is, yeah, here we go. Sarang, there are four problems. Can you try reading the problems just in case
Okay.
if there is pronunciation error?
Product recall. A defect was found in one of your company's best selling products. Customers are furious. PR scandal. A leaked video shows an executive making inappropriate comments. The company is under fire. Cyber attack. Hackers stole customer data from your online platform. How will you regain trust? Supply chain disruption. Your key supplier just went bankrupt. Orders are delayed.
Right. Did you understand the four situations or you want
Yes.
explanations?
No, no, no. I understand.
It's clear, right? So,
No,
can
yeah.
you tell me which one would you like to think upon?
Cyber attack because I keep hearing news about like stealing data
Right.
by the hackers. Yeah. So
But
hackers
remember,
stole. Yeah.
minimum three solutions and then addressing the press conference.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Take around 1 minute, 2 minutes, as much as you, or
Three
as
solution like first is to understand the problem. Second one is providing a temporary solution. Then long term solution, and then communication comes under the press conference now, or is it
yes.
different from?
No, no. Public communication is our press conference where we
Okay.
will be. You will be question. I'll be asking questions and you'll be answering. In the first part,
Okay.
I'll not give you any questions, but
Okay.
based on the first part, I'll ask you questions in the
Okay.
conference.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Try
Okay.
preparing around it, and then we'll go ahead.
Okay. Can you go back to the slide
Yes, the
where
previous one. Here we go.
problem? Yeah. Yeah, we can start.
Ready? Come on,
Yeah.
let's start. Um, you can begin with it, Sarang.
Okay. So, yeah, like we are working on a online platforms, which is a e-commerce platforms, and we just got
Again,
to.
Sarang, pay
Uh,
attention towards your S's, okay? You are
yeah.
talking about we are working on a. A
Oh,
means single, so platforms is not possible.
okay.
Platform, okay?
Okay. So we got to hear that some of the confidential data have been stolen by from our online platforms, and those data are mainly related to the customer data, like their order history or the orders which they have already added in the cart. So yeah, so like for now what we are trying to do is that we can't like we can't get back those data like which has already been stolen. So what we are trying to do is that we are just communicating to all of our customers that if they find any anonymous activity or in abnormal activities on from their account, they can just let us know that we will change the password. And we also request customers that as for temporary solution as for temporary solution, they can change their password, and if they still find any abnormal activities from their account, they can just let us know that we will like go through it, we will debug what went wrong. And if we find that something has genuinely been done from the customer account, we are offering a gift voucher of like
Ah,
1,000 rupees to those customers, because we know that for us customers are most important. Our main priority is to like satisfy
exactly.
the customers. We don't want our customers to be suffered or impacted, and if they suffer, we just want to compensate it. So we
Right.
know that like giving a 1,000 rupees of voucher is not enough, but we are just trying our best to compensate it and make the customer happy. And for the long term solution also, so that for the long term solutions, we are working on uh,
Solution, no
solution.
S, yeah.
Yeah, solutions. We are working on several things to prevent such type of things in the future. So the first thing is like we are we are trying to encrypt the data, all the customers' data in our system, so that in future, even if those data get stolen from our systems,
Mm-hmm.
it will be no useful for the hackers, because
Will
the
not be
data,
useful for the hackers.
it will
Sarang,
be
I'm
no.
writing many other things here and there.
Yes.
I'll tell you all together, otherwise
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lose the flow.
Okay. So it will not be useful for the hackers, because those data will be in encrypted forms. And also like we are adding some more firewall security of layers, so that stealing data will not be so easy
Mm-hmm.
for the hackers. And uh, we have also added some monitoring tools, that whenever any such incident can occur, we will get notification immediately, so that action can be taken promptly.
Right.
So these are some long-term solutions for to tackle these types of problems. I understand that there are many customers who have been impacted from this, but this is part of the software company. Like no company is 100% safe and reliable. There
Right.
will still be like 0.0001% chances that they can go through this type of circumstances. So that's why like we are just trying our best to like add several things to make our system more reliable and more safer for our customers. Yeah.
Perfect. That's very good. Okay, Sarang, just give me 1 second. I'll try to get into certain things here and there.
Ma'am, can you just give me 1 second?
Yes, yes, no worries. By the time I'll also add the
Yeah.
document.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ready? Okay, Sarang, give me a second, please. Okay, Sarang, what am I going to do is I will be sharing the correction areas first so that when you go to the press conference, you don't repeat the same mistakes
Okay.
related to vocabulary mostly or pronunciations. Okay, Sarang, there were few pronunciations which were not going correct this time. Okay,
Okay.
let me just paste everything here and then I will come to that part. Just give me a moment. And Sarang, because this my next screen visible,
Yeah, I can see now.
right? Okay, let's
Yeah.
start. Let's see this errors and then we'll try to figure it out. So you said we are working on a online platform. Now the first thing was I was correcting you with S. Remember
Okay.
online
Yes.
platforms. Now
Yes. Yes.
there is a problem still. What is that problem? Can you identify?
We are working on an online platform.
An online platform.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
when you said it in the first gona, you said we are working on our our
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
platform, so there was no issue, it's okay. But then next time when you said after correcting you with platforms, you made it as online on a online platform.
Okay. Okay.
So we have to keep an eye on that. And can you read this side?
We are currently developing an online platform. Yeah.
Right. Here
Developing.
also, developing and the
Yeah.
word pronunciation. Now, Sisarang, we as Indians, we have this habit of saying it as developing. Okay,
Yeah.
but because we are going by British pronunciations mostly,
Develop.
yeah, developing. That well sound is
Developing. Yeah.
longer. Okay,
Okay.
the well
The,
upping, developing,
the, developing.
well.
Developing. Yeah.
If
Develop and developing.
right, it's okay. No one points out because most of us are saying it wrong. But then, if you can practice it
Yes.
along
Yes.
with Google, well and good. Because this is not a very major pronunciation error, but the
Yeah.
major ones will come. Okay, I'll show it to you. You said we got to know what our we
That our data
that our
has
data
been
is
stolen or
right.
is stolen. Yeah.
So recently we got to know because you are the crisis manager. You can't be
Yes.
like, oh, we gotta know. That is not the
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of
Yes. Yes.
you know. Can you read the
Well,
whole side?
recently, we discovered that our data has been compromised.
Rice, because if you'll use the word stolen right away before the people, it will go
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
news right
Like
away.
it's the like stolen is not a good way, good words to like present in front of because it may
Yeah,
hamper our company image. So here we
right,
have to choose the words which is better for
effectively,
the companies and also convey the same message as
right.
well.
And some people might not even understand. Okay, compromise, maybe little bit of
Yes, yes.
information went here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, compromise. But it's
Stolen,
stolen means like people can take it in a wrong way also.
yeah,
Like, okay, all our data is stolen, then we
it's
are
a
gone.
blunder. Yeah,
But yeah, it's a blunder.
correct.
And the next day when the company check their stock price, it will be less crash. Company
That you
price
will go
will
to that situation that your supplier went bankrupt.
yeah, that's why they choose words very wisely and carefully
Yes.
while addressing any press conference.
Exactly. And they speak very little, minimum.
Yeah, very less. Yeah,
Because they, yeah,
I saw that like the few weeks back when Indian cricket captains had to do one press conference. So he was choosing what's very
yes,
like it was not like concrete message. Like it could go in both sides. It was a very
right,
diplomatic way to answer.
exactly.
So
And
someone asked him like when you will retire, but the player can't say that when he will retire because it's
exactly
not in his hand. It's on the board hand. So he like politely or
twisted the whole
yeah
thing,
twisted the whole
right?
answer.
That's the main thing. That's how we have to answer. Not everywhere, of course, in general conversations, the generic conversations that we are having, no issues at all. But the places where you require to act very
Yeah,
in a humble manner, yet very professional, so we have to make sure that
yeah.
the words are
Especially
correctly
when
chosen.
we are in our matlab day-to-day work.
Yes,
Uh, Very frequently we have to like give feedback to our juniors or seniors as well.
right.
That time we have to very careful like
Yes,
what words we are choosing because
choosing.
if any one of the words is not chosen well, then it may go
Hamper your
wrong. Yeah.
progress only.
Yes, problem.
That's true. Makes sense. So you said for now. Now the point was not bad. The problem was pronunciation. Okay. You said for now, what we are trying to do is we are communicating with all customers that if they find any, now the pronunciation is anonymous. This is the correct
Yeah,
pronunciation.
I was not able to pronounce it well, so I changed the word later. Like I started using
Right.
abnormal activity.
No. This is anonymous activity that we don't know who did it.
Who did it?
Okay,
Yeah.
but Sarang pronounces N
Yeah.
on a sound with U, okay, or maybe make it like this, a must, anonymous,
Anonymous. Yeah.
right? And
Anonymous.
yeah,
Yeah.
say it in one go in the sentence because that will help you out
Yeah.
to say it in
For,
sentences.
okay. For now, what we are trying to do is that we are communicating with all customers that if they find any anonymous activity,
Nahi, anonymous, whatever you said is
anonymous.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
anonymous,
Anonymous.
right? In one go,
Okay, shall I read again?
right? Yes,
For now, what we are trying to do is that we are communicating with all customers that if they find any anonymous
yes.
activity,
Yes, but not so broken.
yeah,
We have to try
broken,
it in
yeah,
one go. And
yeah,
Sarang, take your time. Like such words, remember them. I'm anyways highlighting.
yeah.
Currently,
If
I'm
I will
not.
practice for several times, then it
Yes,
will
it will become fine.
come in one go also, and the
Yes,
pronunciation will also be correct. Yeah.
yes, that's correct. So this is the main agenda. I'm not making it blue for now, but later I'll turn all the new words as yellow and the pronunciation errors as blue.
Okay.
Contrary to it, you can read this side.
As an immediate response, we are proactively
Right.
reaching out to all customers, advising them to report any suspicious activity they may encounter.
Right. Now, Sarang,
Suspicious.
all three words I've given you many times before. Encounter, you have been using it
Yeah,
as well.
encounter. Yeah, encounter. Suspicious also.
You
I
know it.
know sometimes I use it, but
Right.
here it didn't click
No
into
problem.
my mind. Yeah.
Suspicious and anonymous is fine because they are on the same level. But proactive approach. This is also
Proactive, really.
when we
Yeah,
were doing that
proactive.
traveling lesson.
Yes, yes.
So try using such words. If obviously they can't click at all, at whenever you are speaking about such situations. But now make it a point that I have to
Yes,
use
yes.
them somewhere or the other. Okay. As a temporary solution, we advise them to change their, oh, you said password, I guess, not
Yeah,
participate.
password.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll put it like this. Yeah, can you try reading this thing?
As a temporary measure, we recommend that users update their credentials to enhance security.
Right. So remember this one thing. Sarang, advice was not a bad word, but then recommend at the same
Okay.
time credentials. Okay,
Credentials, yeah. It's not about the password because
passwords,
it may be token, email ID, user ID, those all
anything.
things,
Right.
anything. So that all comes under the credentials.
Same thing.
I think this type of mistakes should not be done by me because being a
You are in
software
IT.
engineer, I always use this credential. Can you share me your credential? Can you update your credential?
Yes. Can you
Here I
share with
use,
me your credentials
yeah,
or can you share your credentials with me?
credentials, yeah.
Right. That's good. And then at one place you said, if we see, now Sarang, this word is also getting pronounced
Yeah,
incorrectly.
every time I make pronunciation wrong of this sentence, and that's why I most of the times I try to avoid using this word.
Yes.
Genuine or genuine?
Genuine.
Genuine.
Like Gen Z,
Genuine.
you
Okay.
you are a good person
Genuine.
in genuine.
Genuine.
Right.
Genuine. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So if we see genuine problem, we are offering the compensation.
Now at that time you were saying
Compensation.
compensation. This is
Compensation.
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 And
Yeah.
Sarang, actually I couldn't remember what you were saying, so that's why I
Yes.
remember there
Yes.
was genuine in the word, and compensate was the word which you were saying at
Compensate. Yeah.
compensate.
Yeah.
So
Compensate. Yeah.
marry
Compensation.
right. That same sound should come. Compensation.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Again, Sarang, I'll make them blue later. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
Can you
In
read?
cases where a legitimate issue is identified, we are offering appropriate compensation.
Right. Compensation. Legitimate. है ना?
What does it
Legitimate.
mean?
Legitimate
legitimate,
means real, genuine,
real,
truthful,
legitimate, है?
right, legitimate,
Legitimate.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, something which is real if
Yes.
authentic issue is found. Okay, then
Yes.
you said for the long term solution we are working on several things. Now
Several
several
things.
is a good word, we have already updated ourselves, but can you read this other side
Yeah.
for better words still?
For a long-term solution, we are implementing multiple security enhancements.
Implementing. Now this is
Yeah,
something which we
implementing.
have
Yeah.
done before, you have to
Yes.
start
Yes.
putting it into your sentences.
Yeah.
Finally we are trying to
To
encrypt the data.
encrypt the data, we are working on encrypting data to safeguard sensitive information.
Right, now full topic went on everything about cybercrime and the
Yeah.
word sensitive didn't come.
Yes,
Sensitive
yes, yeah. Because
information.
like if data which is stolen is not sensitive, then there is no points, or there is
Right,
nothing to panic, or there is nothing to like
correct.
convey to the customers.
Convey,
So,
this is convey.
convey,
Yes,
convey, yeah.
right, that's good. It will not be useful for
Useful
the
for the users.
users. It will be not used. I think you didn't say like that, maybe I have written it wrong. I guess you
It
must
will
have
not be
will
useful
be.
for the
Huh.
users. Yeah.
This is you said it correctly probably, maybe while writing it happened, but yes, try reading this side.
Yeah. However, this may not be directly beneficial to the users in its current form.
Right, beneficial instead of useful. And the last one, we have also added some monitoring tools whenever incident, Sarang,
Whenever
occur
such
is not correct.
incident occur,
Wrong, occur.
oh, occur,
Right.
occur.
Remember
Oh,
it like this, occur.
yeah. This also we have talked so many times.
Discussed
Yeah.
so many times. And Sarang, not just that, remember it like that. In Hindi there is that word akkar dikha raha hai.
Occur,
है ना?
occur.
That same occur is there is no other difference.
Yes, yes.
Okay, remember it. And then Sarang, forget also now. Also is like
Yeah, also,
outdated.
yeah.
Yes, go.
Especially, actually, I have started using this additionally on top of it.
Huh.
Furthermore, while
Yes.
writing mail or texting anyone, but still I need to use the same things while speaking as
Speaking.
well.
Yes.
Because while speaking, that time it becomes little difficult for me
Right.
to like
Recall.
recollect those words.
Yes.
But while writing, it gets, matlab,
It
it
clicks.
gets time and it clicks in my mind, because
Right.
here I pause for some time, then I
Right.
think like whether I am writing correctly or not. So, and again, even after writing a mail, I just go through again like to
Mm-hmm.
just check like whatever I have written is
Is
correct
correct
or
or not?
not. And that
I
time I
can
realized that
understand.
okay, I have used also. No, it should be
Right.
like additionally or as a
Correct.
result on top of it or furthermore, those all things.
Makes sense. I understand, Sarang. See, even when I started, as I tell you most of the times, that it was not my English background. So obviously, I was not reading using so many words. But then, because of that continuous grilling, we are speaking English for the whole day now. So in that case, it's not difficult. I
Yes.
remember there were so many words which I used to pronounce wrong, and only on Preply I have learned them. And it's been just 1.5 years so far. So for sure, if you will put inputs na, that yes, I
Yes.
have to change this one, it will happen.
Yes.
So focus a bit more, and then now when we'll have the press conference, at that time I'll prompt you. Just in
Okay.
case if you'll go here and there, that verbal prompting works better, but then written words will help you in long run.
Okay.
Okay, you can read the last part and then we can switch activities.
Yeah. Additionally, furthermore or moreover,
Whichever.
we have integrated advanced monitoring tools to detect and respond to such incidents more effectively in the future.
Right. I guess now understanding wise you understand. The only
Yeah.
thing is use the words.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So Sarang, with this
Then
we
have
will
you kept this in my document?
everything is it's in your document only from
Okay,
where
okay,
we are
okay, cool.
reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, everything is there. The only thing is, Sarang, start practicing it as often as possible.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
now Sarang, I want to start press conference, but your press conference itself will go on for like if I'll ask you one question, it will go on for a very long time. So this press conference we'll take it in the next class.
Yeah,
Let's do some other activity
Yes,
so
yes.
that we can cover up the time. Just give me
Yes,
one
yes.
second, please.